I think I was recording. Let's see what happens. All right. Good morning, everybody. I am sitting here in my garage. Apologize for the mess. I've only recently moved in. I haven't had a chance to put cabinets on the wall and get other storage situations situated. And my laundry's going at the moment. But I do have something cool in here that I want to show you. I'm going to turn the camera around. Ta-da-da! See that? That's the Porsche Taycan 4S. And it looks pretty good sitting here in my garage, I think. Even though I got laundry, like I said, I still got a lot of cleaning to do. But on that side, you'll notice there's a plug. The previous owner that lived here had a Tesla Model 3, and they charged it right there. And the good news for me is that the outlet on the wall is a NEMA 1450. So eventually I'm gonna get a charging box here, but the plug that is supplied with the Taycan has an optional NEMA 1450 plug. So I can charge this here at a level 2 charging rate, which is great. I can take advantage of the full system. I'm not sitting there on a 110 level 1 where it's gonna take a full day to charge this. I think level 2, it takes 12 hours or less. So you come home, you wouldn't have used up the full range anyway. You plug it in at night, it's ready to go in the morning. That's great. I wanna go farther than that. So I'm planning a driving route to pick up some supplies. So why don't we go? Let's get started, shall we? Let's talk about what I'm driving here. This is the Porsche Taycan. More specifically, this is the Taycan 4S, which means it's the entry-level model. Seeing as no Porsche is truly ever full base spec these days, you can guess my volcano gray metallic tester has a few upgrades. The starting price is $105,000, and for that you get a Panamera-esque spaceship that runs on nothing but electrons. There are 2 motors and a 79.2 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which together give the Taycan 4S 522 horsepower on tap. You can step up to an optional 93.4 kilowatt-hour pack, however, which is what this specific car is fitted with. That pushes range and power, and this car is making 563 horsepower. Okay, so our first stop is going to be Stone Brewing, the Escondido location. I don't want to drive all the way down to Liberty Station and deal with San Diego. But to make this more interesting, I'm not going to just drive down the 5. I'm going to cross Ortega, take the 15 south, and come in the back way. So let's go. 57 minutes, 61 miles, but our route is going to be considerably longer than that, but I'm going to leave Waze on regardless. If you're so monetarily abled, you can climb the Taycan ladder to arrive at the 670 horsepower Taycan Turbo or 750 horsepower Taycan Turbo S. Both are dumbly named. Both must be wickedly quick, and both are expectedly expensive. A Turbo starts at $150,000, and a Turbo S is way up at $185,000. Okay, so that was 95 miles, which is much longer than it would normally take to get here from my house. We are at Stone Brewing in Escondido. Great place. If you've never been here, the restaurant is amazing. This is nicer than most wineries here. 95 miles. Next destination, and it's funny because my phone is dying and this has USB outlets, but they are only USB-C. They're only USB-C. Trying to find if there's USB in the back, and I don't see it. Keep it the camera, and I don't see it, so that sucks because I could really use a regular USB. I mostly know how I'm going, so I'm just gonna plug this in just to see what it says on Waze for mileage. Wow, you're really close. Okay. Pizza, Port, San Clemente. The Del Mar one is really good too.
All set, let's go.
40 miles, hour and 10 minutes, 78 to I-5 North. All right, so I'm gonna stop that, and so it doesn't drain my phone too much. Though from there I know how to get everywhere else, so it's fine. So I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna swap batteries on this, then we're gonna do another time lapse to the next place. Back to the 4S. The best part about it is that you can drive it as you would any other Porsche, and it is quite an enjoyable thing to do. My route is a mix of curvy climbing mountain road, stop and go construction, open freeway, and suburban streets, and I am mostly driving the car in its sport driving mode. There's also a normal mode and a sport plus, but sport is a nice balance.
Okay, so Pizza Port, San Clemente, picked up a mixed pack, picked up a 6-pack. That rhymes, well, kind of the same word. Hold on, quiet, Tiger Army. So, 136 miles in. Car says 123 miles left on the electro tank, and then I don't know what the distance is to Four Sons, but we got to get back on the highway, get up to Huntington Beach, get in, get the stuff, and then get back home to Lake Forest. So let's do it. We have two more stops counting home, but we're doing good. Car's great. Everything's super duper awesome because this is a beer run. Hello. Okay, so we're back in the car. Every time. We're back in the car, 3 breweries down, 171 miles covered. Says we still have 80 miles to go. And this is me driving it like a Porsche, as you can clearly see. This isn't me like setting cruise at 70 and just sitting there turning off air. I have the AC at 68. I have my cooled seat on occasion when I feel like it kicking up. And then on the canyon road, when there wasn't someone in front of us, I was driving it. I was enjoying myself. I don't live 80 miles from here. I haven't been in normal either. I've been in sport. So it says 78 in normal. If I put it in sport, it'll drop to 75. If I could do sport plus, drops to 73. So the car's lowering. So for the drive home, let's just go sport plus and, you know, have our fun. And if you're curious about all the beer I bought, I'll break it down at the end. Post credits. So let's start driving.
My 190 plus mile journey is driven without a care or thought towards the range, because everything I see regarding what the EPA has to say on the Taycan is wrong. And at the end of my long drive, I still show well over 50 miles of range left.
All right, well, there you have it. Let me see if I turn this car back on, if you see what it says, because I just turned it off and it took away all these stuff. Okay, so there we go. That says 3 and 3/4 hours, 190 miles, 36.3 kilowatt hours per 100 miles, 51 miles to spare, and that's with me dabbling in Sport Plus. That's with me running the AC, running the cooled seats, playing music through my phone. I don't know if that drains it, and just driving it how you're supposed to drive a Porsche for the most part, and made it no problem at all. This car is fantastic. This is the 4S. It's very expensive, but if you can afford it, this is one of the best just daily driver machines around, assuming your commute isn't bonkers. But even if you have a long commute, there's still plenty of range to be found in this, and we didn't even need to charge it, and if we did, we could go to Electrify America, and this is basically the fastest charging car on the market. So you're not even gonna spend that much time there. I think you get 60 miles in like 4 minutes if you charge at the fastest speed, something insane like that. But this car is awesome, and I love it, and I wish it was staying in my garage longer, but at least it helped me fill my beer fridge with beer. And for that, it holds a special place in my heart.